Shut the f up, you insufferable gremlins. So we are a year into the Israel-Palestine conflict, and one of the craziest things for me is seeing people sympathize with organizations like Hamas and Hezbollah. Take, for example, Yahya Sinwar, and for those of you who don't know, he was Hamas's top leader and pretty much the mastermind of the October 7th attack last year on Israel, after which he went into hiding in what sources believe to be Hamas-built tunnel systems, which happened to be the same tunnel that Israeli-American hostages during October 7th, such as Hirsch Goldberg Poland, were murdered. And on October 16, 2024, the IDF killed Sinwar during a routine patrol of the Gazan city of Rafah in a chance encounter. And because of that, you have people praising him.
Astonishing how the IDF and the pro-Israel side always tries to depict the resistance as this weak, defeatable force, but yet they just contradict and debunk everything that they say and showcase to the public. Yahya Sinwar died a fearless martyr, defending his people and his country till his last breath. In the drone footage, you can see Yahya Sinwar severely wounded, his arm was severed, and in his last act of defiance and resistance, he threw what appeared to be a stick at the IDF drone. And yet, the IDF has been hiding behind billions of dollars of weaponry, artillery, and equipment, but they're not even courageous enough to go and face their opponents head on. The resistance is strong, it's brave, it's something that the IDF and the pro-Israelis will never imagine because you people lack those qualities. Glory to the resistance. We will not be broken and we will not lose.
Exhibit B. This guy mocking the Israeli occupation force, claiming they expose what real courage looks like, alluding to Sinwar. Exhibit C. This unhinged dude.
I don't know about you, but that fighter, that really big hero, Yahya Sinwar, this man, he was the enemy of evil, you know, and they were looking for him, you know, and Israel was saying like he's like hiding with all the civilians, you know, somewhere hiding away, like what Netanyahu would do, you know, that guy, he runs away.
Yo, hold on a second. What is that in your teeth? I don't know, maybe before getting on camera and saying dumb crap like this, look in the mirror and clean yourself out, because the crap that's spewing out of your mouth seems to have gotten stuck in your teeth. And sidebar real quick, the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this was the movie Psycho from the 1960s. And if you're my age, there's a good chance you haven't seen it. But if you have, you'll understand this. And spoiler alert for those who plan on watching this. Like when it's revealed in the movie that not only does Norman Bates keep his dead mother's corpse sitting around, but he also likes to dress up in his mother's clothing, while creepily hearing his mother's voice. Yeah, it's just a little creepy for me, and I feel like he's the type of dude to stitch his dead mother's face to his skin and then shank me while I'm showering. Okay, rant over, but the point is that it's crazy that people are praising terrorists who would literally kill them if they had the chance. People who have a specific propensity to want to wipe out Jewish people. I don't know about you, but there's something kind of Nazi-esque about that. And also these same people who are praising Hezbollah and Hamas will also downplay the severity of all the Israeli hostages that were taken on October 7th and call the people talking about it Zionist monsters. And then in that same breath, will then call Donald Trump's rally in Madison Square Garden a Nazi rally, referencing one 1939 Nazi rally held there. Which if that is the case, then JFK holding a birthday at Madison Square Garden in 1962 must have also been a Nazi rally. Jimmy Carter at the DNC in 1980 at Madison Square Garden must have also been one as well. And also you have Bill Clinton accepting the Democratic nomination in 1992 at Madison Square Garden. I mean, are all these Democrats Nazis? No, of course not. And you even had people like Vivek Ramaswamy speaking there. Comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, aka Kill Tony, speaking there, making jokes about Latinos.
Where are my proud Latinos at tonight? You guys see what I mean? It's wide open. There's so many of them. Believe it or not, people, I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this. There's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Palestinians.
What are we doing? Why is our money involved in these wars? When it comes to Israel and Palestine, we're all thinking the same thing. Settle your stuff already. Best out of three. rock, paper, scissors. You know the Palestinians are going to throw rock every time. But you also know the Jews have a hard time throwing that paper. You know what I'm saying?
Which pressured Trump into disavowing Tony, saying he probably shouldn't have been at that rally. And by the way, if you didn't watch the full Kill Tony bit at the Trump rally, I definitely think you should, because he is so funny. But anyways, yeah, it's his job as a comedian to say incendiary things. But this really isn't about Joe Biden or Trump at this point. It's about the double standard of those who will call Trump's rally a Nazi rally, but then tolerate anti-Semitism. Case in point would be the Mehdi Hasan versus Ryan Girdusky kerfluffle that happened this week. And in case you didn't know, Medhi is a progressive commentator for CNN, and Ryan is a Republican strategist and commentator at CNN, and they were debating the Madison Square Garden rally, as well as the Palestine conflict, and it went like this.
If you don't want to be called Nazis, stop doing it.
You've been called an anti-Semite more than anyone else's table.
Yeah.
And people will sit there and, no, by me. I never called you an anti-Semite. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is that
you just say I should die.
Which, for context, he's referring to the Israel military operation in which they planned an explosive inside the beepers of Hezbollah, blowing them to smithereens. And as a result, Ryan was banned from CNN.
No, I
Did you just say I should be killed?
No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that.
Hold on. Did your guest just say I should be killed on live TV?
I said I hope you're...
Let me just stop.
You said you hope my beeper doesn't go off.
Because you said I'm a supporter
of the Palestinians.
Hamas.
Guys, let me
I said
stop.
Palestinians.
Are you?
Are you a racist, violent person inciting violence against
Ryan,
women?
that is completely.
I apologize.
Good
That
job,
is
CNN.
completely
Let's have first
out
block
of
say the
pocket.
Muslim guy
You
should
know
be
that.
blown
I
up
apologize.
on
I
TV.
apologize.
Don't say then. I apologize. You literally.
I thought you said
accused
Hamas.
him.
I
You didn't think I said Hamas. I said I
didn't.
supported
Yes, I did.
Palestinian
Yes, I
rights.
did.
All right,
defend
I
Rudy
told
Giuliani.
myself
Give me
I
one
wasn't going to
second.
entertain
Give me one
nonsense
second.
today, and so at this point,
This is what we're in
I
now.
can't
This
do
is America in
Here's what
2024.
I will say.
Forget the
Here's what
racism.
That's right.
It's I should
That's
die.
right.
I didn't say that.
You
You
said,
should die.
what does beeper mean? Don't give me a
I
fake
did not say
ignorance.
you should
Guys,
die.
Why did you say
guys,
my
give me-
beeper
give me
goes
a-
off?
What did you mean?
What did you mean by the beeper?
So what did you mean?
What did you mean by the beeper?
No.
No, you didn't.
Jesus Christ, shut the hell up. Shut the up, you insufferable gremlins. It's like they're asking him what he meant by what he said, but then they cut him off and start talking all over him when he's trying to explain himself. But I need to chill out at this point.
Take a chill pill.
Now you may be thinking, it's messed up what Ryan said. On the surface, it does appear that way. Until you learn about Mehdi Hasan's history. Because not only does he seem to be a mouthpiece for terrorist organizations, as Piers Morgan called out,
But the reality is 82% of the exchange of fire between Lebanon and Israel since October the 7th has been done by Israel.
Okay.
82%.
But here's
is that not a provocation of
Let me
Hezbollah?
finish my point, which is that since October the 8th, 19,000 missiles, rockets have come from Hezbollah to Israel, right?
But way more from Israel into Lebanon.
Well, I'm sure,
82%.
Of course they've responded. What else are they supposed to do?
82%.
But
So
aren't they-
this is not two equal sides.
so they can't defend themselves.
But the vast majority of attacks is on Lebanon.
Okay,
not the
but
okay, I really want you to pay attention because Piers Morgan just asked him a simple question. Do they not have the right to defend themselves? And he deflected.
is. Let's look at the root cause of the violence. It is undeniable that the root cause of the violence is Israel, Israel's occupation, the genocide in Gaza. What did the leader of Hezbollah say? He said, we won't fire any rockets if you end the killing in Gaza. What did the president of Iran say? We won't retaliate for what you did to Ismail Haniyeh on Iranian soil if you end the killing in Gaza. What did the Houthis say? We'll stop blocking ships if you end the killing in Gaza. Where do all roads lead back to?
Why would you
End
believe,
the
why would
killing
you
in
believe
Gaza.
any of those
I
people?
don't believe any of them. I'm Ronald Reagan.
You're citing them
No,
as if there's sort of gospel statements from people who have unimpeachable
I'll tell you why, if you let me
integrity.
finish. I'm Ronald Reagan.
A bunch of terrorists said, we won't do X, Y, Z if you do this.
I'm Ronald Reagan.
See, this is why I love Piers Morgan, because he just calls you an idiot to your face if you deserve it. Like, who in their sane mind would listen to anything that Hezbollah, Hamas, or the Houthis would say and consider their word trustworthy? Someone who sympathizes with them. But guys, that's not the worst of it, because I want to show you some of the things that he said in the past.
In Islam, the ends do not justify the means. This idea is totally alien to Islam. In Islam, what is halal is halal, what is haram is haram. We do not bend our law, our morality, for our short-term aims. Never. And we never lose the moral high ground. If we know anything as Shias of Muhammad, as Shias of Ali, as Shias of Hassan, as Shias of Hussein, we know that keeping the moral high ground is key. Once we lose the moral high ground, we are no different from the rest of the non-Muslims, from the rest of those human beings who live their lives as animals.
Non-Muslims who live their lives like animals. Keep that in mind. But guys, it gets worse.
Oh, what is kafir? Kafir comes from the root word, which means to cover up, to conceal. The kafir is the one who covers up that knowledge which is clear. The French Orientalist scholar Lamens, he once wrote that the Quran is not far from considering unbelief, disbelief, as an infirmity, as an illness, as a disease of the human mind. And of course the kafir, the disbelievers, the atheists who remain deaf and stubborn to the teachings of Islam, the rational message of the Quran, they are described in the Quran as, quote, a people of no intelligence, Allah, because they are incapable of the intellectual effort it requires to shake off those blind prejudices, to shake off those easy assumptions about this world, about the existence of God. In this respect, the Quran describes the atheists as cattle.
All of these ulama unanimously agree that at the very minimum, if Yazid was not a kafir, then at the very minimum, he was a fasiq, a transgressor, a breaker of Islamic laws, a corrupt individual, a tyrant, a killer, a drunkard, a dog lover, a music lover, a homosexual, a pedophile, a sexual deviant, someone who slept with his own mother. This is their view about Yazid. It's all there in black and white. Yet Allah should be pleased with such a man. Astaghfirullah. Allah should be pleased with him. Indeed, the fact is, and this is important, Yazid is not simply a fasiq. He was an out-and-out kafir.
So to sum it all up, he believes that those who are kafirs, aka non-believers, or those who don't believe in God, are people of low intelligence, should be likened to animals, or pedos, because those are totally the same thing. And now if that isn't an Islamic extremist, I don't know what is. Now this is America, and he's free to believe what he wants. But why would CNN hire somebody who has a history of saying stuff like that? But when Ryan makes a joke about the beeper, oh, that's gone too far.
You were over the line, that's a foul.
And really, I don't think Ryan should have apologized, because let's face it, he's not very far off in implying that Hasan is a terrorist sympathizer. And it's a scary time that we're living in when those views are becoming the norm. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to this channel, hopefully I've earned a subscription. Here's some videos for you to watch in the meantime. Until next time, peace out.